Here is the 2021 BMW X5M Competition, and I'm going to take you through everything you need to know. My name's Denver. I'm a client advisor here at Parkview BMW in Toronto, Canada, and today I'm going to take you through everything you need to know about the 2021 BMW X5M. I'm going to take you through a walk around. I'm going to show you all the standard features. I'm going to show you what every single button does, and then we're going to do an engine startup, and at the end of it, we're going to go through the ordering guide so that you know all the options that you can get if you're looking to spec out a 2021 X5M, and this way you have all the details you need to know when you're purchasing. Now, before we hop into it, make sure you like this video as it does help me with YouTube's algorithm, as well as subscribe to the channel as it does help me grow and let me bring you guys more BMW content. I do have a contest going on right now. When I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away an ultimate spot cleaning kit for your BMW. So if you want to enter into that, just take a screenshot that you subscribe, send it to my email, and you'll automatically be entered into my raffle. All right, let's get into it. Now, moving from the 2020 model to the 2021 model here, BMW really didn't change too much for the X5M. They did drop the normal X5M, and now the only one available is the X5M Competition. So that was one of the changes between 2020 to 2021 is the normal X5M is no longer available, and now you only have the X5M Competition. The MSRP for the vehicle stayed the exact same, no changes there. No changes in any packages or anything like that, no added equipment, nothing new or anything like that. The only thing added was now 2 additional paint options for Tanzanite blue and ametrine, and this is the new ametrine color. It's kind of like a dark violet purple. It's an absolutely beautiful color, and paired with the Silverstone interior that we have here, my manager did a good choice on ordering this vehicle. Now, another thing that is new, not completely only to the X5M, but to the Spartanburg plant, because these vehicles are made in South Carolina, previously didn't have individual paint options available, and now you can get individual paint options. I'll show you guys at the end what those options are, so if you're interested, make sure you stick around to the end, and I'll go through all the individual paint options that you can now get on the X5M Competition. Now, I'm going to start at the front of the vehicle. The first thing you're going to notice with the X5M Competition is these absolutely amazing BMW laser light headlights. Now, these are going to give you extraordinary range compared to normal LED setups, and they also do come standard with the adaptive high beam function. So if somebody is coming towards you, it's going to automatically switch off your high beam, and once they drive by, it's going to automatically switch them on. When you're looking at a BMW, whenever you see the blue elements that are inside the light, that's when you automatically know that it's the laser light headlight on the BMW. Now, moving down below, you're going to notice these circles, which are small dimples for the park distance control or the proximity sensor. So when you're parking or reversing or going forward, it's going to automatically be sending out signals letting you know how close you are to getting to something. And then beside that, you have this big open vent here for air support, and behind there is a aluminum radiator and the coolant to give you extra coolant. There is one on either side in front of the wheel, so the air passes through there before moving on to cool down the brakes, and does help the engine keep a lot cooler temperatures. Below, you have another air vent that goes right in and kind of forces the air back up and back into that radiator. And then coming over to the side, another proximity sensor, a little flap here for the tow hook, and then more radiators just in here. Massive amounts of cooling that these vehicles need, and they're going to get all of it from all these open vents. Now, moving into the center, you have BMW's traditional grille. Not like the new M3 or M4, it is the vertical slat, but a much larger grille here compared to the last generation. And then you have your small camera in the center here. That is going to be for your parking assistant with the surround view camera or the 360 camera. And then dropping down below, in between the grille here, you have this kind of rectangular puck. This is for the advanced driver's assistance package. So this is going to be the radar sensor for the vehicle in front of you. So the active stop and go cruise control can automatically distance itself from the vehicle in front of you, slow down when it slows down, speed up when there's nobody in front of you. And that's what that is for. So as soon as you see this on the front of a BMW, you know that it has that active stop and go cruise control, as well as more proximity sensors on the side, and right inside the grille is the X5M logo. Now, on the side of the X5M, you will notice the massive forged aluminum wheels, 21-inch rims in the front, 22-inch rims in the back, coupled with BMW's extra large brake system with 6-pot piston calipers in the front, and they do have a single floating caliper in the rear. It's very interesting, but the reason for this is because of BMW's electronic parking brake system and automatic hold function. They needed a floating caliper for that design to work. So now all BMWs are going to have the fixed caliper in the front and the floating caliper in the rear, at least for all the M cars that's going to have that. Normal cars still have the floating caliper in the front. Now, on the front, you will notice the lip that's sticking out here, and it is quite significant, but doesn't hit exactly like the last generation. It is a little bit smooth, worked in with the body lines a little bit more. Now, the front wheels are rocking 295 35 21 Pirelli P0 performance tires, while the rears are rocking 315 30 R22 Pirelli P0 performance tires. Now, you will notice these are not the standard rims that come with the X5M. The standard rims are the style 809M rims, while these are 818M style rims, the optional that you can do here with no charge extra. Now, right behind the wheel, we have this X5M air vent. At least it looks like an air vent, but the truth is I can't seem to find any actual vents where the air comes through, and it's all just for styling. It seems it's all sealed off here. I can't find anything on either side that is going to allow the air to come through. It's a very aggressive look, and I know why they did it, but I wish it was a functional air vent. Now, this vehicle is packaged with the Ultimate Package, and what that is going to include is these M carbon fiber mirror caps that look absolutely amazing. Right below it are going to house the side surround view cameras here. And then you have your high gloss black window surround, your high gloss black roof rails, as well as comfort door access on all your door handles. So when you have your key in your hand or your pocket, all you have to do is press down on the door handle. It's automatically going to lock for you there. Your mirrors are going to fold in, and then when you're ready to unlock it, you just put your hand inside, automatically unlocks, and your mirrors fold out. Now, you can have it set in the settings so that as soon as you walk away from the vehicle, it automatically locks, and as soon as you walk towards the vehicle, it automatically unlocks with a proximity sensor. The mirrors folding in or out is also programmable. It doesn't have to fold in if you don't want it to. Now, inside this mirror, you also have your standard blind spot monitoring system, auto dimming mirrors, as well as heated mirrors. So in the winter time, it's going to melt the ice away. Coming towards the back, on the passenger side, you do have your gas cap. Now, as long as the vehicle is unlocked, you're just going to press a little bit of pressure. It's automatically going to open there for you. And then you can go ahead and close it. When you do lock the vehicle, this drops a pin through and it's locked so nobody can steal your gas. Now, at the back of the vehicle, you do have the X5M Competition with a black badge. And then moving down, you have your proximity sensors as well. And then you have your M Sport exhaust with the high gloss black tip tailpipes with 2 muffler flaps on either side to adjust the volume, depending on your driving style, whether you want it to be as loud as possible or a little bit reduced for a little bit more comfort when you're on the road. Standard rear view camera, and then when you want to open up the back, there's a small button below the BMW handle, and you're just going to click and it's going to open up the back. You have 2 buttons at the top. One is going to just close the tailgate, the other one will lock, close the tailgate, lock all the doors, fold your mirrors in. Now, another standard feature from the factory for these vehicles is the rear window tint, the sun protection glazing that you have to protect you from the UV rays, as well as a little bit of privacy for the back seat, but they do not tint the front windows. It is only for the rear windows. If you are in Toronto, Canada, and you are interested in any BMW whatsoever, make sure you come see me at Parkview BMW. Another thing is going to be your remote engine start. So if you have the BMW Connected Drive app, you can pull out your phone, remote start it via satellite, no matter where you are. You're on the beach in Miami, you want to show off to somebody that you can start your car in your garage at home, go ahead and click that button. You can also do it through your key fob, and all you have to do is click the BMW logo on your key fob 3 times, and it'll automatically remote engine start. And when you want to shut it off, all you have to do is triple click it again and it'll shut back down. Now, when you are doing this, it does give you a time limit. It's only going to run for 15 minutes before it automatically shuts off. And if you try to start it back up again after that, it won't let you because it's already up to operating temperature. Now, you can do this in the winter time to get the vehicle up to temperature quicker, heated steering wheel, everything like that. Or you can do it in the summertime to get the AC started, get the interior of the vehicle cooled down before you come back from that hot day at the beach. Another thing is that all of these tires have individual tire pressure monitoring systems based into the rim, so you will automatically know when a tire pressure is going low. The vehicle will warn you. Whatever your tire pressures are, your vehicle will let you be aware of that and you can adjust accordingly. Okay, now that's everything for the exterior of the X5M Competition. Now I'm gonna hop behind the camera and take you guys through the inside, show you guys what all the buttons do on the inside, every single detail you need to know. And then after that, I'm gonna hop into the ordering guide so you guys can know all the prices and the options when you're looking to spec out one of these vehicles. If you haven't already, please absolutely like this video. Just smash that like button, as it does help me with YouTube's algorithm, helps me grow and get this video out there to more X5M lovers. Okay, now I'm going to take you guys through everything there is to know on the inside of this vehicle. I'm going to start at the back, and then I'm going to work my way through to the front. Now, this vehicle is the ultimate package, so it has basically everything added in. I'm going to go through and you'll see everything that's available for this car. So starting at the back, going to open up that tailgate there. Open up the bottom. I do believe in the settings, this is not tilted up all the way. I think they set it in the settings so it doesn't go down all the way. You can adjust it whether you want it 100%, 90%, or 80%. If you're a shorter person, you don't want this going up all the way so that you can still hit those buttons. And I think right now I have to double check when I get in there, but I don't think this is up all 100%, because normally my head doesn't come as close to it as it is. Now on the inside here, the back of the Silverstone merino leather seats. On the left side, you're going to have a little switch here, which will fold down the seats, 40-60 split. There's another one on the other side right here. In front of this one, you have a 12-volt converter. This one does have a cargo mat that's in, and you will find it interesting that the cargo mat doesn't go all the way, and that's because of the automatic privacy shade that you have a button over here. Now there is a storage compartment that you can lift up there. Normally right here would be the tray for the normal privacy cover, but because this one has the electronic one built in, you can see a little bit up at the front there. And then you have your tow hook, a little bit of storage space for your rubber mats or anything like that. First aid kit can go on the left there. This does have shocks, so it's keeping it up. And then if you want to activate this, you can have it either set on auto, or you can manually make it come up. And check this cool thing out. So it comes up. If that seat wasn't there, you wouldn't really notice. And then it comes forward a little bit, and you're like wondering, like, hey, why isn't it coming forward all the way? Well, I'm going to show you guys. So you do have to close the back in order for that to come all the way. So when I click close here, see if I can rush to the front. After it's closed, then boom, it starts going back all the way and closing to protect your privacy if you have anything valuable in the back. Now nobody will be able to see it. And when the seats are up, boom, you're perfectly covered. And then when you go ahead to close it, oh yeah, so this one does also have your foot access. So just by the wave of your foot here, you can just burp. I didn't get my foot close enough. Just burp. And it'll open up the tailgate for you. You can also do it to close. Now that it's opening, you can see the privacy cover is going back. And yeah, so that's everything for the back. You do have your child safety hooks, everything that you need. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything there is for the back. Say if you were done, you're getting the last grocery of the bag and you're ready to close it, you could press the lock button, but for now we're just gonna close it. And as soon as you press the close, automatically does the bottom tailgate for you. Both of them go up, which is a nice improvement over the last generation X5. Now, moving into the back seats. So this is the Silverstone merino leather that's inside here. Bowers & Wilkins sound system comes standard. You can see it at the back here. This one does have the optional carbon fiber trim. I love how the merino has this like honeycomb pattern. And then the ambience lighting. I did it purple, just kind of match the exterior a bit. So you do have your rear side sunshades, part of your ultimate package. Manual, so you just clip like that, and then that to pull back up. Moving inside, you do have an M logo on your door still. The M seat belts are a standard feature now. Then you have your full merino seating, 3-passenger option. Your center console comes down, small button there, 2 cup holders, and an extra storage tray in the center. And then there is another switch here if you want to just pull down just the center and package that all up. Now your 2 end headrests are going to have a little button on it that you can click here and bring them up or fold them back down. You do have another lever here where you can pull the seat forward from that. As you can see now, it's a little bit darker, beautiful ambient lighting. And then when the vehicle is on, the lights inside the Bowers and Wilkins speakers actually light up, which is really cool. Getting inside here, I mean, you just have so much space. I mean, even with my legs, like just literally so much space. Beautiful ambient lighting at the front. And then even on the roof, this one does have the Sky Lounge, so you can see the lights along the side. It's a little bit harder to see in the middle because all of the lights hit it, but at nighttime it looks absolutely beautiful. Two smaller Bowers and Wilkins speakers up at the top here on either side. And then coming down, you have your climate control section for your rear seats. So no matter what the climate control is at the front, you can control it back here. You can have it on auto, heated seats, max AC, a little extra cubby hole here, and a 12 volt converter at the bottom. Yeah. Extra cup holders in the door handles. You can see the ambient lighting shining down as well. Carbon fiber trim, Bowers and Wilkins, galvanic controls. So I mean, that's pretty much everything for the back seat. Now let's hop into the driver's cockpit and show you guys everything in the front. Now, one thing to note is that all of these doors are soft closing. So if you just open it, say you get it onto that first click but not the second, boom, it automatically closes it there for you. I'll show you that again. Boom. So it's like that little gap, it automatically sucks it in and closes that gap for you. BMW soft closed doors. I accidentally just hit the lock button there. We're just gonna unlock it. Now you can see the speakers are starting to light up now that I'm into the driver's seat. And then the light went away for a second. I guess I got to start it up to get all that light. I love this merino leather. Then you have all your controls. So your lock, your unlock, your save seat positionings, your massaging seats. This L2, if you click this and then you adjust your seat, it adjusts the passenger instead of the driver's seat. Your massaging levels of 1, 2, 3. I love how every time you click a button in these cars, it pops up onto your infotainment system and shows you what is changing when you're clicking the button. And then you have your trunk release. So if you press this, it'll open your trunk. Your mirror controls. So if this one's gonna be passenger mirror, this one will affect the driver's mirror. Cool thing about BMWs is if you put into reverse and this notches to the left, your passenger mirror will automatically tilt down. But if you don't like that feature, I mean, it's there to see curbs, but if you don't like it, you can just click this to the right and it like deactivates it. Then you have your window controls and then of course your child lock for the rear windows. Getting in, you have your XM pedals, the X5M Competition, the door still lights up, absolutely beautiful. Then you have your merino leather seats here. I love how the X5M emblem in the seats lights up. Like, not necessary, but just like that bling bougie factor, I mean, just separates it from the rest. It's absolutely amazing. Then the honeycomb, these are the M Sport seats, so they are heated, ventilated, and massaging as well. So not only are you getting performance bucket seats that really hold you and hug you in, but you're also getting all the comfort you need. Then you have your seat adjustments down here. So this is going to be your bolstering. If you're a bit of a smaller person and you want to tighten them up, you can press them in and it's going to like press these bolsterings in to hug you tightly. If you want to loosen them up, if you're a bigger person, you just loosen them up. Your lumbar support and then your bottom seat positioning. So up, down, forward, backward. And then this one's going to be the extender for the leg. And then your back headrest. I love how this one has this adjustability here, so you can actually tilt in the back headrest. It gives you a lot more adjustability. And then if you want the head to go up or down, you just press this up and your headrest will go up or down. And on the left side here is going to be all of your light controls. If you want to dim the interior lighting, if you want to turn the lights on, I always just leave them on auto and it does, when it turns nighttime, it turns it on for you. Small little carbon fiber patch here, part of that trim. And you have a little cubby down here for anything. Electronic steering wheel positioning, so up, down, in and out. You have your turn signal stick with BC. I'll hop in the seat here now. So what this is going to do, when you click BC, it's going to cycle through the information that's on your gauge cluster. Full LCD digital gauge cluster, you can get all of your information. Even a G-force meter, which is pretty cool. Then your automatic high beam light function for when your lights are on. Your paddle shifters on up or down. Your M mode buttons. So when you click these, it will automatically change to whichever you have them setting for. So you can adjust those settings to have it like, you know, your engine efficient, your suspension, your steering, your brakes. Now if you click M1, it changes. There, everything went to Sport Plus and Sport. And you can adjust what these M1 and M2s are going to do, so your preference. So you can be driving in normal mode, and say you want to be a little bit more sporty, you can click M1 and it like goes halfway. You can have M2 like full sport mode and everything, so everything's as sporty as it can be. But you can adjust those to whatever you want them to be, which is the best thing about it. I love how in everything with BMW you can customize to how you want it. The driver profiles, everything saves to you. All of your adjustments, whether your suspension, your safety systems, everything is adjusted to how you want it. Now on the left side of the steering wheel, you have your automatic cruise control. So this one will turn it on. Can't do that because the car's not running. This one will determine how close to the car in front of you will work. This one will either go between the active stop and go cruise control or the active stop and go cruise control with the lane keep assist and the traffic jam assistant. So it will actively steer the steering wheel for you. So when you're at low speeds in your traffic jam, you can take your hand off the steering wheel. Once you get above 60, it will require you to have one hand on your steering wheel. But all of that can be set here, a lot safer for you. LED bars here, lights up if it needs to tell you anything. And then your infotainment system on the right. Your scroll through, everything will pop up on the heads-up display there with your radio controls. Your heads-up display unit's also going to show you your speed and your navigation, everything like that. Make phone calls. If you want to tell the car to do something, you just hit the microphone. You can also just say, "Hello, BMW." Obviously, it's turned off in the settings right now, or else it'd register that. And then you have your heated steering wheel button that you click here. I love how on the M steering wheels have this gap here. And one of my favorite things about the infotainment system is the fact that the car color is the same on the outside, which is pretty cool. But when you go through your settings, everything that you want to do will highlight itself to let you know what you're about to change and adjust. The M5 also gets this additional M menu here, where this is where you can configure your 1 and M2 buttons, configure your heads-up display, the instrument panel, everything like that. If you want to know a full breakdown on iDrive 7 and like what's everything in there and how to adjust every single button, just go ahead and click the link up below. What that's going to be is my iDrive 7 walkthrough where it shows you everything. Down below, I love the ambient lighting and the carbon fiber trim. Looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, if you have the option to get carbon fiber trim on any of these cars, like you have to do it. Like it should be the only option for you. At least it is for me. Hazards buttons, and then your quick button into all your safety systems. So everything can be configured in your intelligent safety, and that's just a shortcut button to get into it. And coming down, you have your climate control buttons, everything like that. You can set temperatures on different sides, fan speeds on different sides, heated or ventilated seats. Everything pops up and you can select which one. Basically all your climate control sections. Max AC is probably my favorite for the summertime. And then going down is your radio control buttons with your presets. So as you scroll your finger along here, you can set what you want it to be. Me personally, I love having one set as a sport gauge. That's a cool thing about these cars. Is you can see, you know, when you're pressing on the accelerator, how much torque it's currently making, how much horsepower. So as you're accelerating, you'll see those gauges fly. Your G-force meter, your oil temperature, and your turbo boost. Everything that you need to know, everything that like normally upgrading an aftermarket car like these would you add in, but you don't even need to because they come standard. Moving down, more carbon fiber trim, another X5M Competition badge. You pop that up, you have heated and cooled cup holders, and then a wireless charging pad in there as well. It's a little dark to see, but also you get this digital key card, this M card, and what it will do is you can basically replace your key fob if you wanted to. And you could tap this on your door handle, open the doors, you put this onto the pad, and it will start the vehicle, which is a pretty cool function. And it looks pretty cool as well. I believe it comes in white as well, optional. And then a USB port, another 12-volt converter, more ambient lighting everywhere. And then coming back, you have your M unique shifter imprinted in the leather. I always love the tricolor stitching they do here. And then you're adjusting your engine revs, the dynamic. And then this one is going to be your cruise control. So you're ready to do donuts, you turn that off. 360 parking camera, click that to turn the system on. Your park distance control system, if you want to see that. a little preview of what the 360 camera looks like. If you want to see everything there is to know about that, just once again, go back and click the link. It'll be in the description below for iDrive 7. We have automated parking, backup assistant, lets you know your wingspans. You can click to see which other views you want as well. Pretty cool. And then moving down, you have your engine start stop button and your M mode set up, your muffler, your auto hold with your automatic parking braking, and a speed limit if you're going down the hill, and then your iDrive controller as well. So your auto hold will hold the brake at a red light, your muffler flap button. This will only activate like once the vehicle's gone through its warm up and everything. Like if you're doing a cold start, it doesn't matter if you have this disengaged, it's gonna keep your flaps closed. It's only do that when you're actually driving. And then setup and menu are just short key buttons to go into your menu. So when you're clicking, let's see, M mode, when I click M mode, it just kind of changes the gauge cluster between what you see, whether you see more information or less information. And then setup, it will just go into the main menu. Now you have your auto dimming mirror, you have your alarm system standard, so there's a little LED light that will go flashing red, your universal remote control, your garage door opener, you can program in. Coming up, you have your light controls, your sunroof controls, your SOS button if you need to call emergency services. All of these are little microphones for making your phone calls. Bowers and Wilkins. I do want to show you guys the Bowers and Wilkins, how it lights up. So there you go, you can see the lighting is pretty cool. Now it does go by the radio, so when you don't have any radio on, there's no need for the light to be there. And I keep muting the radio so that it doesn't copyright me, and then the light goes away, which is pretty cool. And you can set that between the same color as your ambient lighting or for it to always be white, which is pretty cool. I cannot get over how comfortable these seats are. Yeah, and then you have your center console here, which just has one USB-C charger in there and lots of storage space if you need to put anything away. Get another angle of the Sky Lounge sunroof. Can't really see it too much because of the lights from the roof. You can kind of see the little bit of dots over here. It does change with your ambient lighting color. So whatever color you have down here, right now it's purple, it's gonna match in the sunroof as well. Oh, I love those little badges. Nice cool thing is they actually imprint X5 right here, which is pretty unique. Pretty cool, you don't really see it unless you're opening the doors. So yeah, that's pretty much everything there is. Oh, let's show you guys the engine bay. This one is the ultimate package, so it does have the M carbon fiber cover. I believe this is like a $1,200 add-on, which is pretty crazy for this carbon. And then below there you have the Hot V V8 setup for this X63 engine. The turbos are sitting right below there. See the air intakes, and then you have your air to water intercoolers, one on either side right there. Nice big beefy brace across the front, really ties everything together. But I mean, all you really need to be concerned about is where to fill up your washer fluid when you run out in the wintertime, right? All right, now let's put the camera by the exhaust and start it up for you guys. if you haven't already, please make sure you smash that like button, as it does help me with YouTube's algorithm, gets this video out there to other BMW enthusiasts such as yourself. If you know anybody who's in the market for an X5M in Canada, make sure you hit me up. My email is going to be in the description below. This vehicle is for sale, so if you're seeing this and you absolutely love the specs, hit me up with my email down below and we'll see if it's still available and we'll work out an excellent deal for you. Now, it doesn't really sound too crazy because the muffler flap is closed. You do need to be driving it for that to really open up and get you the best sound possible. And then the car sounds absolutely amazing when it's under load, accelerating on the road. When you're just kind of revving in here up to 3,000 RPMs, you can't really tell very much, but this car is an absolute beast. All right, so that's pretty much everything that I have for the exterior of the vehicle. I'm gonna hop into the product bulletin guides, the ordering guides, everything you need to know about all the packages, everything like that. So if you guys wanted to spec out one, you know, what's all the availability options and what's gonna cost you. All right, let's get into that. Okay, so here you have the individual paint options. Just pause it if you want to see all the screens. Everything's going to flash by pretty quickly. Now let's get into the actual retail ordering guide. You can see here it's going to be sharing between the X5M and the X6M, but we're just going to pay attention to the column on the left, which is going to be the X5M Competition. Starting price point is $130,000, and then you can go through all of your metallic paint options, not including the individual options. The next slide is going to go through your upholstery and then your premium package and what's going to be included in that, as well as the price points. Once again, just pause on the screen if you want to read all the details. Everything is going to be for about 10 seconds, then we're going to move on to the next slide. Now you have your M Enhanced package and the Ultimate package, which was on the vehicle that I went through. Ultimate package is going to have everything from the last two packages plus a couple extras from the one-off features. Now moving down to the next one, now you get into your one-off options where you can really customize the BMW and make it your own. You can go through, and then also at the bottom is going to go through all the individual paint option colors that you can select, as well as the pricing. And then it's going to start getting into the standard features that will come equipped no matter what package you go with. All of these standard features like the remote engine start, tire pressure monitoring system, the M Sport differential, everything like that. And then the next slide is just going to go more into all the other standard features, goes through everything you need. And then after that, we're going to start getting into some technical specifications. So those are going to go through pretty quickly. So once again, if you want to review and read anything, just go ahead and pause the slide. And then this last slide is going to finish off with the standard features. And then the very next slide is going to be for the rim. So you have two rim options. Both are no charge options. As you can see, the 818 style was on the vehicle during the presentation. And now everything else is going to be those technical specs. So feel free to pause if you want to read and review anything. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, absolutely smash that like button, as it does help me grow, helps my channel grow. Consider subscribing for more BMW news and content in the future. If you want to see any other vehicle walkarounds or anything like that, just drop it in the comments below. We make sure to make a video of it. Share this with your friends and family. Anybody who's interested in a BMW in Toronto, make sure you send me an email below and I'll absolutely be able to help you out through that process. All right, thank you guys so much and I'll see you next time.